What is my dental routine for white teeth? I'm Whitney, a registered dental hygienist. Let's talk. Okay, so first off, when I whiten, I usually only whiten twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year, just because my job is I'm a dental hygienist and I go to a lot of dental conferences, trade shows, events, so I like my teeth to look bright. But please know, white teeth does not equal healthy teeth, meaning you can have yellow teeth and still have extremely healthy teeth, and you can have white teeth and have extremely unhealthy teeth, especially in the back molars, right? So just want to make it clear that white is just for cosmetics, it's not for health. Having said that, since I'm a dental professional, I'm always going to make sure that my teeth are both healthy and white. So without further ado, this is my teeth whitening routine. Step 1, I follow the instructions on the box of the strips or the semi-custom trays or custom trays, whatever I'm using. If you're whitening at home, I usually recommend one of these 3 options. I will link product suggestions in the description box below. But basically, you just gotta make sure there's peroxide in them, either hydrogen peroxide or carbamide peroxide for them to work. Next, if the box says brush and floss first, then whiten, I'll do that. If it says whiten first, then brush and floss after, I'll do that. Always follow the label directions. Each brand and each product might have slightly different instructions. So that's my top tip. It seems silly, but not many people actually read the box. So don't be one of those people. Read the box, read the instructions. Most of them will require you to at least floss beforehand. Step 2, since the one I'm using in these clips says to brush and floss first, that's what I'm doing. Brushing, then flossing, or flossing, then brushing. Either order works, as long as you're doing both and using proper technique. Also, I have to mention, whenever you're going to whiten, make sure you've had a professional teeth cleaning within the last few months. You're just gonna waste your time and money if you try to whiten teeth that haven't been cleaned in a while. Step 3, now I place the whitening product on my teeth. I put the strips or the semi-custom trays or the custom trays, whatever I'm using. Like you see here, I'm using semi-custom trays, and I'm just following the directions. I leave them on my teeth for as long as it says to. I don't try to leave them on longer than they say. You're just gonna have severe sensitivity if you leave them on too long. There's no reason to do that to yourself. Step 4, once the time is up, I'll remove them and then I'll brush again. This time I like to use sensitivity toothpaste because it will help combat any sensitivity that might happen from the whitening, since whitening products will only make your teeth more sensitive, even if you don't usually experience sensitivity. I already flossed, so I don't have to floss again. But now, step 5, I like to scrape my tongue. Make sure I get all that whitening gunk, residual whitening stuff out of my mouth. I even like to rinse really well with water because I'm someone who's very aware of the sensitivity that whitening products can cause, and I don't want any of that product left over in my mouth, burning my mouth. So I swish and rinse with water. And next, the most important part, step 6. For the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm not eating or drinking any stain-causing foods or drinks. Coffee, tea, wine, soda, even red pasta sauce and blueberries. Anything that can stain a white t-shirt has the potential to stain your teeth, and it's more likely to happen after those first 24 to 48 hours after having the whitening product on your teeth. If you really need to eat or drink something that is stain-causing, it is not the end of the world because you're going to be doing this process for a week or 2, right? So just be sure to use a straw and or rinse your mouth out with water immediately after. Again, since you're probably going to be doing this routine every night for the next week or 2, depending on what the directions say on the product you're using, it might be a change of lifestyle trying to limit these popular foods and drinks, but I'm telling you, it's worth it during the whitening week or whitening weeks. You really don't want to cause any stains to start forming on your teeth. And that's it. Once you're finished with the box of whitening product and you like the results, you're good for another 6 months, maybe even a year. It just depends on your lifestyle, eating habits, and preference and how white you like your teeth to look. I will link my video below that goes over what happens if you whiten too often. You don't want to be whitening more than 4 times a year, so try to avoid sporadic use, like applying a strip one day, skipping a week, and doing it again later. This will not give you optimal results. Think of whitening as a routine process for a set period. You're whitening for the next 1 or 2 weeks. You're adding this to your home care routine for the next couple weeks, and then not doing it again for another 3 to 6 months. You don't want random one-off treatments because, again, over whitening can cause issues. My video is linked below. And on that same note, when you are in your whitening era or whatever you want to call it, you're doing the 1 or 2 weeks of whitening, once you're satisfied with the shade, say the box says it takes 10 days for the whitening product you're using, but you're happy with the results in 6 days, you can stop. Even if there are leftover strips or product, you don't need to finish the box if you're happy with your results. Save them and use them for the next time. It's not like antibiotics where you have to finish everything there is. Overall, in conclusion, if you want white teeth, great. But please, if you remember anything from this video, my advice to you is don't prioritize cosmetics over health. You always want to make sure your teeth are healthy first first, and then you can play around with making your teeth shades whiter. So make sure your regular home care routine, brushing, flossing, tongue scraping, what have you, is up to par first, and then you can add in the whitening sessions a couple times a year to add in some fun. And if you want help creating the perfect routine at home, make sure to click the link in the description or in the pinned comment below to sign up for my free oral care guide. This guide is an action plan for preventing and maintaining a happier and healthier smile. It has toothbrushing demos, flossing tutorials, all this stuff to make sure you're doing everything and doing everything correctly at home. So many people brush and floss daily, but they are doing it wrong, not using proper motions. So definitely check out my guide to learn more. And I hope this video helped you. Please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications if it did. And if you want even more teeth talk, you can visit my website, teethtalkgirl.com, and hang out with me on Instagram at teethtalkgirl. Peace, love, and teeth.